Today we're going to talk about a content creator who posted her journey about getting a fox eye lift. So this is a procedure in which the tail of the eyebrow and usually part of the corner of the eye is lifted to give you more of a cat eye look. One of the most common people, or one of the most famous people that people reference for this, is Bella Hadid, because she has a very nice exotic look where everything looks very tight and pulled. In this particular case, I believe from the way the patient's describing it, it sounds like she got threads placed into the lower border of her eyelids, and then the threads were pulled up and then taped into place while they healed, and that gave her a lifted look. She described this as being one of the most painful procedures that she's ever done. She does not recommend it to anybody, but I do have to say, if you get any type of cosmetic procedure done, it should not be painful as you're healing. It should definitely not be the most painful thing that you've ever experienced. Sometimes you can have discomfort, and usually this can be controlled either with icing or maybe Tylenol or Motrin. But if it's something where it's uncontrollable and you can't sleep, there may be something wrong, you should get examined. In particular, when it comes to thread lifts, they are not my favorite type of procedure for several reasons. One, they do tend to be painful because you're literally using hooks on threads that attach to the skin, and then they are anchored to another position to hold everything up as you heal. So you're constantly having this tension pulling in a raw area, and that will cause a lot of discomfort and pain. On top of that, threads do not last a very long time. If you take a look at her afters, and she even mentions it, she said after 2 weeks, a lot of it just relaxed and fell back down. So she does have an improvement, but it's not as dramatic as it always looks right after the procedure. So when you see here, she does have a difference because she does have a little bit more eyeshadow space on that lateral edge, but the overall look is not as catty, is not as pulled or exotic looking as when she first had it done. And you will notice this, if you go online and you search through social media and you look for fox eye or cat eye or some type of eye lift, most of these patients who got threads will show their before and afters immediately after getting the threads while they're still in there and healing. And they look very dramatic and everybody wants it. But if you try to look for somebody who's maybe had it 4, 6 months, even a year down the road, a lot of times it comes right back down and it's not very long lasting. If you're looking for a more serious lift, you might need what's called a surgical brow lift, where the incisions are either put in your hair or put directly in your eyebrow or in your eyelid to surgically lift everything and remove the extra skin. That's going to give you more of a permanent result because you're actually removing extra tissue and repositioning things anatomically.